Welcome to Sanction Check 5 Prime List File Upload and Run tutorial. This tutorial will describe a prime list, explain how to upload, add additional information to a prime list, and set it up for a batch run. A prime list in SC5 refers to a list of individuals or vendors you want to update and check for sanctions on a regular basis. This could be a list of employees, vendors, volunteers, etc. that work for or with your organization. You need a prime list set up for each distinct list of names you search. After logging on, you will be presented with your Action Items page. To view your prime list, click on the Prime List menu option at the top. To create a new prime list, contact Sanction Check support at support@sanctioncheck.com. We will need to know the following: the type of data, meaning employee or vendor, the frequency, monthly, quarterly, yearly, a distinctive name for the list, to make it easy to select if you run multiple batches each report cycle. Dates should not be included since you can add them during the run process. The names of any other users who will need to have access to the prime list, and the batches that are run from it, and whether they are a supervisor or a coworker. All prime lists available to you are displayed on your prime list page. Select the one you wish to use to display its Edit Prime List page. The Edit Prime List page has two tabs. By default, the Search Name tab is opened, showing the most recently updated data. If the list has not yet been used, there will be no names displayed. It is on this tab that you update the search entity information prior to running a batch. But let's first take a quick look at the Details tab. It shows the information we entered for you when setting up the prime list. As you can see, many of the fields cannot be modified. If you need to have something changed, contact support and include the list ID and what you need changed. The most important fields on this tab are Name. This will be the default batch name when you run the list. Group. This determines who is able to see the prime list and its associated batches. Type. This is either employee or vendor. Databases. This determines which sanction list will be searched. You are able to modify the description field. You can use this if the list name is not clear. You can also deactivate the list so that it no longer appears by putting a date in the Inactive Date field. Now we can return to the Search Name tab to discuss the upload process. The Search Name tab displays data from the most recent file you have uploaded. Note that there are two sets of buttons, one set for modifying the data and the other for running the data as a batch. There are two methods for modifying the search entity list linked to a prime list. If you have a relatively small list with information that changes little each reporting cycle, you have the option of adding new records to your existing list by clicking the New button, and modifying and deleting existing records by opening them and making your changes on the Search Entity Edit page. But since most lists are large and have significant changes over each reporting period, we will demonstrate the file upload process, which is run every reporting cycle to replace the contents of the prime list search list. When a file is uploaded to a prime list, the previous data in the prime list is cleared. But the review work done on those names is preserved, so that names that persist across periods and list updates will retain prior sanction decisions, saving you time and work. Now here, you will click on the Upload Files button, and as you can see, we have already done that. We've chosen our file. Then you'll simply click Next. Displayed is a preview of how the uploaded file will be imported into a batch. Please ensure that the data below the headers is consistent with the headers. In particular, check the Unique Identifier, First Name, and Last Name fields are all populated and look correct, and that the DOB column is blank or has only valid data. After confirming that all the data is correct, please click Next. SC5 will do one last validation check. Then you can click Next, then click Finish. You will be returned to the Edit Prime List page, where the entities you just uploaded will be listed. From the Edit Prime List page, as you can see, the names in your file have been uploaded to the Prime List and are now displayed. A batch is not created when your file upload is complete. You must run the Prime List to start the batch search. Click the Run List button. This displays a pop-up window that provides the opportunity to name the batch you are about to run. The name field is auto-populated with the Prime List name, and it is best practiced to name the batch run with a date stamp, as shown here. This will allow for better organization and future reference of your batch runs. Enter the batch name and click Finish. This will upload your Prime List to SC5 for its batch run. You will receive an email once SC5 is done searching your Prime List for sanctions that may match the names you search. The email will have a link that will take you to the batch review page to begin your review, and will also summarize the results of the search. Please see our batch review tutorial for instructions on reviewing the results of the batch you have just created. Thank you for using Sanction Check 5.0.